In the winter of 1868, Evelyn Harrow learned the cruel truth of the world. A woman could disappear without anyone noticing. The Gentlemen's Club on Galloway Street polished brass lamps, velvet drapes, and piano music that masked the sound of weeping was nothing more than a cage lined in whiskey and sin. Its owner, Mr. Danton, called it refinement. Evelyn called it the pit, taken from her small riverside town under false promises of work. She now lived behind locked doors and thick cigar smoke, but she never stopped praying. At night, when the halls fell silent and the revelers snored, Evelyn knelt on the cold wooden floor of the tiny room they'd given her. She whispered the ancient psalms her mother taught her, phrases of deliverance and fire. For hours, she prayed until her voice was no more than a trembling whisper. Lord, send help. Send your warrior. Most nights, nothing happened, but on the 12th night of winter, something stirred. A warm wind swept through her room, impossible in January. The lantern flickered violently. Shadows recoiled, curling up the walls like frightened snakes. Evelyn rose slowly, her breath trembling as she felt a presence behind her, vast, ancient, and blazing with holiness. A figure materialized in the dim light, tall as a doorway, armored in brilliant, shifting silver, eyes like burning coals under a lowered helm. "Daughter," the warrior said, voice like thunder wrapped in gentleness, "your cry has reached the throne." Evelyn fell to her knees. "Are you sent of God?" "I am his sword," he answered. "And tonight we walk to freedom." But freedom would not come quietly. The warrior held out his hand. "Stand, Evelyn. They know I am here." Before she could answer, a low growl echoed through the halls, inhuman, thick with hunger. The wallpaper rippled as something slithered beneath it. The air turned damp and suffocating. "The spirit of lust," the warrior said, drawing a sword of living light from nothing. "It rules this house." A monstrous figure tore through the wall, horned, wreathed in smoke, its many eyes dripping molten desire. It lunged. The warrior pushed Evelyn behind him and met the beast with a clash of holy flame. Sparks lit the hallway as the monster howled, recoiling from the divine steel. The warrior struck again, this time cleaving the spirit in two. The creature dissolved into ash that shimmered with red embers. But there was no time to rest. The moment the monster faded, coins began clattering down the stairs. Hundreds of them, rolling unnaturally, forming a river of metal. Then a great hulking shape rose from the torrent, a creature forged of gold bars and ledger books, its voice clanging like iron. "Greed," the warrior muttered. "The master of this place serves it well." The creature swung a massive arm. The warrior blocked the blow, but the force shook the walls. Evelyn fled behind an overturned table as the monster roared, hurling gold that exploded like shrapnel. "Evelyn," the warrior called, "your faith strengthens me. Pray." She clasped her hands and cried out, "Lord, deliver us." The air vibrated. The warrior's sword blazed brighter, and with a mighty cry he struck the spirit of greed. The blow rang like a bell across eternity. The creature cracked, split, then shattered into dust and scattered coins. The building groaned. Wood splintered. "That leaves one," the warrior said. "Envy, a subtle serpent." Evelyn turned and saw herself. A perfect copy. Same face, same dress, same frightened eyes. But the doppelganger's expression twisted into something venomous, teeth-sharpening. It lunged with a shriek. The warrior slashed, but the false Evelyn dissolved into mist and reappeared behind him, claws raking his armor. The divine steel dimmed. It mimics, the warrior warned, and it desires what you have your faith. Evelyn's heart pounded. How do we stop it? Reject its lie, the warrior said. Stand firm. The mimic formed again, this time a grotesque, twisted version of Evelyn, dripping jealousy, its skin mottled with green smoke. I deserve your rescue. It spat. Not her. No, Evelyn said, stepping forward with trembling courage. You are nothing but emptiness. My worth comes from God alone. The spirit shrieked as if burned. The warrior seized the opening. His sword ignited like the sun itself, and with a single upward strike he tore the spirit apart. The creature dissolved in a scream of envy and vanished into the floorboards. Silence fell. The warrior knelt beside Evelyn. Your faith defeated what my blade could not. The house trembled again, this time from collapsing beams. Fire burst through the halls, greed's fallen coins igniting. We must go, the warrior said. He lifted her into his arms and leapt through the burning doorway. They crossed the threshold just as the entire gentleman's club exploded in a torrent of fire and falling stone. Snow swirled outside, catching the light of the inferno like tiny sparks. When they reached the street, Evelyn looked up to thank him, but the warrior was already fading, becoming mist, then light. Walk in freedom, he said, and remember, heaven hears the cries of the captive. And then he was gone. Evelyn wrapped her arms around herself. The wind was cold, but her heart burned with holy fire. She stepped into the night, free at last. If you have enjoyed this faith-filled story, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you won't miss the faith within.